Yeah, first of all, I wanted to point out that outside my window, I'm lighting sage right now. Outside my window is a feeder, and there are Douglas squirrels and many birds that come to eat. And I thought you might enjoy seeing them, so I opened my curtain a little bit. So if you see a small rodent leaping about, it's a Douglas squirrel, my favorite kind. So I've lit some sage and some sweetgrass to bless us all. Let's turn to the east. Things begin. Hi, Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
Our guardians here.
Give thanks that we're together, that we're here together at this time. I was telling Terry it's a little bit damp, so my drums, they need to be either over a fire. Right now I have them over heater vents to dry them out because it's pretty damp out. So I'm going to do this instead. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Let's call in 100% divine white light within us. 100% divine white light around us, to us, surround us in all directions. And 100% divine white light through us so that we may share our gifts and encourage others. And thank you, Terry, for holding a space for us. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's beautiful, AnnieBear. I love that.
Oh, thank you. Good.
Hi, Teresa. Teresa says she just saw your Welcome October video. Very nice, Annie.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know it was out yet. I was planning on introducing it here. So oopsie daisy.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect timing. It's always perfect timing. Hi, Teresa Ford, the Teresas, Miss Charlotte and Claudia, Cat Mama. I hope you're feeling better, Cat Mama.
Yeah, boy, she had a tough day yesterday.
Yeah.
What the heck? Food poisoning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go easy on yourself today.
Yeah, be very gentle.
Thank you, Teresa.
Oh, Teresa says it came on seconds before we came on. Oh, perfect.
Oh, okay, because I tried to time it.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Hi, Betsy. Medium Betsy Palmer is here too from Hawaii. Hi, Jane the Seeker.
Hi, Jane.
Beautiful to see both of you, all of you. So we've been talking a lot about the change and transformation and how all of us are changing in different dimensions and
time jumping and
yeah. Right, Sharon Foster. I'm so glad you're here. You made it for the woohoo. And the woo-woo at the woohoo. So the changes as they come in. So how are you feeling it, Annie?
Well, yesterday, for instance, I took me 4 tries to get to Terry's video as it was in progress, and I wanted to be there. And I sent her a picture on her phone that it took me 4 times because the first time I got there, it had actually happened 2 weeks ago. So I finally got up with the day that I was in, so that I could watch Terry's show yesterday. So it's been things like that. Anyone else having that in our lovely group?
Yeah. There's been a lot of technology things going on for me. And then also I was telling Annie when I woke up this morning, I took it off now, but my little watch that tells me my sleep patterns and my steps and things like that told me I only was sleeping for 2 hours last night, which I got a pretty full night's sleep. I woke up pretty early, but I know I got a pretty full night's sleep. And it showed from, I think from midnight to 4, I was gone.
Must have been traveling. Must have been traveling.
You know it.
We had an earthquake here at 7:21 last night. A
Really?
4.2.
Really?
Yeah, 4.2.
Oh, wow. Could you
My
feel it?
husband, my husband felt it. I was in here dancing, so, so,
Maybe
so I
maybe
didn't
you
feel it.
felt maybe you danced it in, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's funny. So, today in meditation, speaking of which, I always feel that pounding of the hooves. Not always, but a lot of times.
Okay. Okay.
And I always think of the bison on the plains,
Hmm.
but I know that in other lifetimes, it's been other animals too have come in. And, just being able to feel that on the planet and that pounding. But interesting that also, at the same time, all these earthquakes are happening.
It
So
makes me think of a Lakota story, and I am not Lakota. So honor to Lakotas. Hopefully, if any mistakes are made while I say this, they are my own. But it brings to mind Tonkoshela. Tonkoshela is grandfather of the stones and of the rocks and all the memories and the bones of the earth. So those hoofbeats are in the bones of the earth. So I think maybe perhaps when we feel them and we hear them, we need to go to the bones of the earth. And it's not always your crystals and your fancy schmancy shiny ones, but our solid. Like I keep one here to guard. It's an ordinary, what one might think, well, is an ordinary stone.
it's
But these
beautiful.
just to ground, and you'll find one that'll fit your hands. And it might be that like helping us ground because we're such fine instruments that we can run so many frequencies, but the purpose of us doing that is to ground them, and bring them to earth. So I would wonder about that. I would wonder if it was like, okay, I better ground and let these energies go through me, you
Right?
know, so
Yeah.
that I wake up whatever part of the earth. And it's when I was dancing last night. I was dancing with this was made for me many years ago. It's handmade bells and tubes
Beautiful.
and tubes. And then this cord that I got that I absolutely love the shape, the color. I love the feel of it. It reminds me of stars. I forgot where I was going with that. But can you help me? I forgot where I was going with that.
Oh, we were talking about the grounding of the earth and the different dimensions, the light coming
Oh,
through.
yes, yes. I was dancing. I was dancing, saying, "I am open. I am open to sharing more. I am open to being vulnerable. I am open to be my best silly self and just share the pieces that I have because nobody has all the pieces. That's why
Mm-mm.
we get together to share our pieces and go, hey, does mine fit with yours, baby? And bring joy and playfulness into it. So
Yeah.
that's what I was dancing about last night because I was like, okay, I can do this. Because for
I
me, being playful with others is brave. That's brave. You know?
It is to be our authentic selves. It is really brave and to be silly when we want to or to
Yeah,
cry when we want to.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Betsy sees your
Oh,
hummingbird.
yay. I thought you might enjoy it because there's so much going on outside the window. It's a busy time of year. And
Yeah.
we live in a flyway. We live in the Pacific Northwest. We live in it where the birds fly over us. So it's just fantastic. Hey, Hershey.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
Jane.
Jane says
Oh,
everything's been out of whack, and Betsy says, "Yeah, lots of glitches, weirdo 3D
oh.
stuff following the full moon for you." Right? And
Um,
and Betsy's in Hawaii, and the energy there on that island on Oahu or not Oahu, on Maui is just, phenomenal, the skies there. Um,
I
and
really loved
Teresa
Kauai. I never wanted to leave when I went to Kauai.
oh, Kauai is so beautiful, I love Kauai.
Yeah, it feels like a grandmother Teresa hugs. The
And
cell memories of the earth is
go ahead.
replaying as she rewrites her upgrading DNA, maybe. You are so insightful, woman. When are you going to come on Terry's show?
Right, Teresa? When
You
are
must,
you gonna come
please,
on?
please.
She has the best.
I
Yeah.
will bring cookies.
Aw, dancing
Uh,
in the love, right?
yeah, yes.
Yeah,
I really hope you'll
definitely.
consider it because you have a way. You have a
She
beautiful way
totally does.
of sharing information. You really do. You're
Yeah.
lovely. You're lovely.
My brain and my language pitter-patter, and Teresa's get boom.
I know she's amazing that way. Yeah, and it's fluid. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just beautifully fluid, soft.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So, yeah, so we were talking about the changes coming in and how we're all feeling, and you have this beautiful, poem
Yeah,
for us today. Do you wanna do that now?
yeah, that will be great. I'm gonna
Okay.
figure out because right now, my beautiful friends, you are on top of a box that's on top of a ladder. I will try to hold this. Whoops. I will try to hold this so that you can see it. And then is that, how's that?
That's beautiful.
Kind of crooked. If only I were tall. Okay, here we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Welcome, October. The stasis of equilibrium, an exquisite balance and sway. Similar to symphonies, dimensions are the instruments we play. Any idea how pure a heart has to be a part of our family tree? All animals are medicines. Sorry if that blows your mind. Also, each of these mysteries are relatives of mine. The thrumming of earth within me rises like an eagle in the sky, delivering messages from the grandmothers to align with Creator, Great Spirit inside. So reach, Mother's beauties. We adore each and every blend. This month of ascension is October, a time to balance again. I lost the other page. Oh, here it is. Sorry, sorry.
No, it's good.
We're earning so many patches, feathers, gifts, and such. It's no wonder it feels it's all coming in a rush. All of these stories we're dreaming awake. This is how we walk forward for beauty's sake. Before the fire, we offer our song to become the family we've been all along. One with fairness, honesty, and fun. Welcome to October, and it's just begun. Thank you for your patience.
That's so beautiful. I wanted to ask you a question about the painting,
Sure,
and
sure,
explain
sure.
it to everybody so they can see it. And,
Okay.
uh, so oh, you
She
go ahead. You do it.
she is drumming before the fire, and if I knew how to draw ghost people, they would have been with her. So when she does that, this is a spirit eagle. So this is her ability to connect with her ability to call upon spirit for the benefit of all. That's how I see it. Did it?
That's beautiful. And is she wearing a mask?
She has her back to us
Okay, she has her back to us. Okay.
because I can't draw faces. For a while, you're going to notice a lot of my animals have their back to us, or at least their side to us, because I am just learning how to draw.
Yeah, faces are hard.
They are. Like
Yeah.
I'll get one eye right, and the other one looks menacing or crazy or something. Yeah.
Aw.
I'm
Well,
trying to learn how to draw a porcupine um, because I wrote a poem about a porcupine. Do you want to hear
wow.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear it early because it doesn't have a painting yet. It's just a tiny one. What of the medicine of porcupine? You will face consequences if you cross my line. As gorgeously quilled as I appear, there are light codes sewn everywhere I appear. Mountain paths by moonlight seen lead to the great in between. Here I dwell, my armor lit, and that's how I chose to be a part of it.
Wow.
So I need to learn how to paint a porcupine.
I can't imagine painting a porcupine, but I love it. I
Well,
love it.
they're gorgeous.
They
They're
are
gorgeous.
so
I met a
gorgeous.
wild one when I drove the Alaska Highway before it was paved, and I
Yeah.
was driving back towards Washington State, and it had golden tips, and I was driving a truck. What do you call those? I hadn't driven the kind where it has a stick shift.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. So, but anyway, pulled
Yeah.
over and I tried following the porcupine, and my friend was like, "Don't you dare! You're gonna get
Oh.
quilled." But it was so beautiful. I gave it part of my sandwich.
Oh.
It was beautiful.
Are the quills soft or are they
They're
are they
very
stretchy?
smooth. They're
Yeah.
smooth, but not the business end.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think if you approached it gently, you could probably hand feed one if you were gentle enough. They're not looking for trouble. It's their last defense.
Yeah. Yeah. Lori says the Schumann resonance is upgrading our crown DNA and throat chakra also for many days now.
Oh, is that what it is? Because I've been really feeling it in my throat.
Yeah.
Really, a lot. There was JJ did a meditation last night on Gerald's channel with Karen of Starseed.
Oh, wow.
1111. They did one, and oh my goodness, it's powerful for the throat. Did you all see that?
I did not.
Okay.
We
It's
watched
really.
Barbie last night.
Oh, how was it?
It was good. It's the second time. My daughter's here in town, you guys. So,
Oh, that's
um,
right. That's
yeah.
right. Your beautiful daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But
I'll go back and watch it.
yeah, you got to have times like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Lori.
Yeah.
I was talking to Terry about going live. I think I'm going to just go on YouTube live, and I need moderators. So I'm hoping that Lori and Teresa Ford would be moderators for me.
I'll be your
And you,
moderator.
yay! Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to need people to kind of help me figure this out.
Yeah. Oh, Teresa Ford says you can't draw faces on
Yeah,
purpose, but you can by accident all the time.
exactly, Teresa. They're just starting to come through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yeah. Oh, and Julie started a channel too, Julie Johnson.
Yay!
Yeah. Learning to listen. That's beautiful, Julie. I
Oh, I'm
love
gonna
that
look that up
name.
so I can subscribe.
Yeah,
Hey,
everybody please
Julie,
subscribe.
way to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody, please subscribe to Richie's Reach if you haven't already.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've got,
Oh, for sure, Sharon.
yeah, please subscribe to Julie and Richie's Reach. I subscribed to Julie
Oh,
yesterday,
thank
and
you.
of course, Annie Bear.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Rose. Oh, we're getting a good hi, Gerald. Gerald is here.
Hi,
He was
Gerald. Hi,
saying what a
Rose.
great
It
live it was
was.
last night.
It really was. That was powerful. I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Thank you for hosting that, Gerald.
Gerald is busy. Gerald is really
He
talented.
sure is.
Yeah.
And he's so gracious as a host. He's really gracious.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Rose Blue says, Dad taught me to drive a stick shift truck. Nowadays, standards shift cars are kind of considered theft proof because people don't know how to drive them. That's what my brother's getting ready to buy too, Rose. We just had this conversation. He's in Colorado and he said, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, there were stop signs. I'm sorry, but I just went right through them in Alaska because I couldn't figure out how to get out of whatever gear I was in. It was a good thing I was in Alaska and the road was not paved and, not a lot of traffic.
Yeah, right.
I got to stand on glaciers, and I had visions when I was up there driving up this one I wasn't driving, I was a passenger, but I had a vision where I was ginormous, like bigger than a building, like big, 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 big. And I was a warrior lady, like running down the river that we were driving past. So I felt so at one with the land, but I was gigantic. In spirit, I was gigantic. I don't know. It was wonderful.
Well, and there were giants that roamed the planet. So I'm sure that was probably a past life. Do you feel like that, or do you feel like it was?
It might have been because I felt I was definitely a warrior, was definitely a woman. I had bands around my arms. From my clothing, I was a warrior. And I was just, uh, like 75 feet tall or something. I mean, I was just gigantic. And
Yeah.
that was the part that I don't feel particularly gigantic. So that kind of puzzles me. you know? But yeah, that could have been. Could have been.
Well, and they're talking about this. We are talking about the giants because they do come in a lot in our meditations. And then that Easter Island, those big heads on Easter Island.
I know these are really, there's a story there for you.
Yeah.
There's a story there for you, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still figuring it out, but it's
Is it
pretty
priestess
amazing.
related? Is it like
Ooh, I hadn't
priestess?
thought of that, but yeah, that really sends up a,
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
my hit on it, that it was a priestess duty of yours
yeah,
to contain or to hold sacred knowledge.
yeah, and it's that real deep vibration, that real, it sounds like,
Like a didgeridoo.
yes, like a didgeridoo, and there's a lot of
Oh,
indigenous, music stuff that does that all over the world that makes that really deep,
like
thing.
throat singing, which I only know because I watched Big Bang.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Okay, well that's frequencies too. Those sound like when. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
Um, Last night when Karen was singing, I was hearing like 5 notes at a time when she was singing.
Wow.
Um, and I blew my mind. I don't even know how to describe that, but I think all of this has to do with the throat, of course, right? And frequency, light is information. Try to put it all together to wake up whatever cells know these stories. I try to think like I try to be so clever, like we're in a living library, and so when we put these pieces together, that's the key that helps us remember the next step or the next part or whatever it is. I'm trying to just be clever on my feet.
Well, you have a gift of curiosity, Annie, and that's huge. And I know everybody here does too, and that's why we're all here
Yeah,
together. And it's that gift of curiosity where your first reaction to things is curiosity. It's not, um,
fair.
yeah, it's not
Yeah,
fear.
not fair.
And
Uh,
curiosity is the opposite of fear, right? And it's,
I like that.
yeah,
Good.
yeah, you can't have both at the same times. And Julie says resonance. Yes, Julie. Everything has a vibration,
Yeah, exactly.
and all
Yes.
these different vibrations are coming in now. And I think we're awakening to be more in tune with Gaia now, like coming back around. It's going to be and there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of agents of chaos around us that are helping
They
us do
don't
that
matter.
because they are changing things.
They're just
They're
scared.
fighting.
They're just scared.
They're so scared. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't give them any attention.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Right?
And we don't know that. I just think there's something different about this time. I think we've been here before, we've done this work before, but something about this time is very, very different. And when I heard those 5 notes in Karen's song, that kind of sparked a curious thought about us being able to hold 5 dimensions at a time And there was some beautiful soul in Gerald's chat. It was a man, a lovely man. I think he reads cars or something with Gerald. And he was describing, and I share this with respect to him. I don't remember his name. Maybe Gerald can help if he feels it's appropriate. But this young man, he has a light language and he sings to himself. And that's all honored, that's all is allowed. But I asked him, I said, maybe sing to the earth. And he said, oh, you bring a tear to my eye. You know, that really resonates. And I thought, for us to be able to hold 5 dimensions at once while we're waking up the earth, because people talk about, or you talk about sometimes about a grid. And I think this is another grid. This one lives and breathes within us. This one, when you have a living library and people come to you from other dimensions and other planets and they need your help and they need the healing that this planet provides, we need to be able to be walking, living, breathing library cards so that we can pull, oh, we know what you need. Oh, yes, we can make this available to you for this healing. So I think that's why we're feeling, whoa, because the grid is like, it spirals. I always feel that creator and I spirals through. So I can spiral information up saying, grandfather, this is what I found. And I can bring down as much as I'm able to and anchor that in. And then as it moves through me, it wakes me up because I'm not the center of the story. Earth is. And I think a lot of people run into discomfort and confusion and all kinds of stuff because they forget that we're not the center of the story. Mother is. And for me, that's really vital. That really helps me. When I remember that, it really helps me to kind of go with the flow a little bit. It's like, because it's not about me. Kind of takes the pressure off. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, it's extremely profound. Yeah. Thank you, Annie. It's incredible. I feel like you hit the nail on the head there, and we are consciousness having a human experience, but we can have the conscious experience too, and flip that on its in a mirror as looking at consciousness having the human experience and taking it outside to another modality where you're just experiencing the consciousness and watching it. So really interesting. But yeah, I feel like this light grid has evolved so much for me and for our meditation group, and that I felt that it used to be more geometric in shape and rigid, but now it's gotten so fluid. And like you said, it flows and it's not linear anymore. And
it breathes. It breathes.
it breathes and it flows
Yeah.
and it waves. And
Yeah.
yeah. And now it seems to me that the light grid attaches to the planet, and that's 5D, that space between, but
Okay.
also the space inside the planet. So
Woo! We are so clever. We are so clever.
yeah.
We're just gonna figure this out, aren't we, ladies? We're just gonna figure this out, and gentlemen.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Lori says, I love your perspective, Annie. It puts words to all of the excitement that I am
Yay!
feeling recently. Love it. Yeah,
Yes.
beautiful knowledge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're all here at this really special time. I'm so glad we're together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack
Yeah.
of all trades.
We
We're
are
following the
being
intuition.
of service. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what an honor it is to be able to work with these frequencies and to be trusted by Mother to do it with the highest good intentions, period. You know, and part
Yeah.
of that, like matriarchy, part of that is matriarchy, without apology.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
see that last comment. What was it?
Oh,
Somebody
rose
jumped.
blue. It was really good. Giants, those skeletons been found in Texas and other states, but museums spot and destroyed them to cover it up. Past history, I guess, scared of changing science narrative at the time. Yeah, George brought that up on Sunday too, about that we weren't ready. Like they're already using galactic and technology.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, they've been doing that for 50 years now. Yeah.
Right, and,
Yeah.
that Elon and Richard Branson and all those guys, they've been on it. But, entertainment only. But
Yep. Entertainment only.
but but now we're at the point where it won't collapse all the, economies on the planet globally if they introduce this technology, because 'cause we've gotten to the point where we can do it. Like, obviously, Leonardo already had technology. He was already checked into that. So now as this technology advances, we can bring it in. Yes, and matriarchy is the key, right, Julie? Yeah. With balance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Lori says, "Is the attachment the prism misty sparkling lights I see? I keep feeling the elementals are so happy to have more glimmers coming to Mother Gaia." I love that, Lori. I do feel that. I feel that the veil as it thins is sparkly. It has bright blue, but then it has all the colors of the rainbow too. But a lot of bright blue diamonds that come in that you
Wow.
can see as the veil thins. What do you see when you see that coming in?
I haven't seen that. I would like to. I hope that I do. I have felt lately. I have felt a lot of elementals playing, and they'll be catching my eye and playing. They're happy. They're celebrating it at the end of season, and the trees have on all their party dresses, and things are going to get quiet, but not just yet. you know. So I'm mainly feeling a lot of joy from the elementals. It could be that I'm feeling a lot of energies coming in, so I'm making sure I'm grounded. So that's probably why I'm feeling mainly that, because it's intention. I'm open, but I'm going to stay grounded because, it's like playing frisbee with the universe. You know, you okay? I can catch it, probably, maybe.
Well,
that kind of thing.
Yeah, that brings up a really good point, because I feel like go into 5D, and we already do it in meditation and sometimes in our sleep, or sometimes just we'll get a solar flare or something.
I do it in nature when I'm walking.
Really?
That's when I feel it the most, is when I'm walking.
Yeah.
Or if I take a low dose of pot. And I'll just put that out there. Maybe some people will now never want to talk to me again. But I just started doing that, and it's very low, and it just helps me relax and be quiet enough, because I have a lot of physical pain due to conditions that my body has been through. So it helps me to relax, and I get a lot that way, where I'm hearing a lot, feeling a lot, seeing. Like on the show I did with JJ and Richie. That was really wonderful to share. But I was, when you share and you're just vulnerable and honest, and then you go, "Oh wow, that's out there now."
Oh yeah.
But that's part of being authentic.
It is.
So
Yeah.
what are your thoughts, people?
Um.
Are you shocked and appalled, or are you curious, or are you amused? Do you care? Does it even matter?
Sharon says that she feels a lot of spirit animal messages also. Hey, Rossi, nice to see you.
Hey, Rossi.
Rose Blue, I love this. Y'all know there's an Aztec-like pyramid in Georgia, I think in Texas also. Reverend Saul says that we have more pyramids in the United States than any other country on earth, but on the planet, but they're covered up. So, for a reason. So, and Teresa says there's no reason you shouldn't enjoy nature's medicines.
Thank
I'm
you.
allergic to it, but I would never deny it to others.
Well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it very much, Teresa, because I got a hold of our dear, wonderful Mark Atha, Spirit Whisperer, and I asked him.
Yeah.
And he said, no, it's like the other medicines that have been used for eons to help us connect. And, I'm doing it in moderation. Yeah.
Yeah. Pain keeps the
Yeah.
body tight and fearful, so a little dab will do you, Julie says.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it does. It's nice to like not be in pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
That low
Well,
grade pain sometimes is just enough pain to keep you distracted.
yeah, so microdosing is the future, they say. This is part of the path of wellness that we'll take in the nature's medicines, and
Yes.
that and yoga, and not just meditation, Raja yoga, but asana yoga with physical and breathing techniques, like just twisting your head brings up your vagus nerve, and some of the breath work that we do
May,
definitely.
may I
Um,
ask a question about some of the breathing?
yeah,
What is the exercise when you're breathing just through your nose, like in your nose and out your nose? What is the reason for that?
well, uh, okay, this is entertainment only, but science shows us that inhaling and exhaling through your nostrils, your body receives 20% more oxygen to your lungs and to your blood.
Wow.
So it's a really powerful way of breath work. And if you're a mouth breather, I mean, it's good to do those 3 cleansing breaths. It's
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
But mouth breathing is usually shallower, and you don't um, perhaps you don't get rid of all the CO2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Mudras, right? Hypnicity, exactly. Yeah, mudras are really helpful.
Are
So,
mudras the finger placements?
yeah, and they can
That
do
a mudra?
body, yeah, and all
Okay.
these other ones. I mean, there's
Okay.
all sorts of mudras. Yeah,
Because when I dance, sometimes I do movement, and I just assume I don't know what it is, but it feels good and right to do.
yeah.
Okay.
It
Body
does. It comes
remembering.
natural, doesn't it? Some of them.
Well, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Body's remembering.
Lotus. Lotus and a bunch
Oh,
of them. But and then
wow. That's beautiful.
when you see the Thai dancing and they have all the fingers and the mudras to it,
Yeah.
it's so beautiful. There's a lot of temple dance. My daughter took temple dancing in India, and it was all about the divine feminine, and, it was quite interesting.
I would love to see you dance because you're a dancer.
Well, my daughter took that class, not me.
But she
I
got the dance
dance all the
from
time.
you, Mama.
She
That'd be
can
fun.
yeah, she can sing too, that girl. Oh,
Woo!
Sharon says, "Annie, you know how to heal yourself. Is it a plant and light medicine?" It is a plant and light medicine.
Right, Madison.
That's beautiful, Sharon.
That is
Yeah.
very beautiful. One of the things I do, I meditate every day. I walk 2 3/4 to 3 miles a day, and I
Wow.
get up at regular times. I eat at regular times. I try to get my medicine through my foods. Not so much vitamins as much food. And I find it fascinating because I'll find that I'll be craving bok choy, for instance, and I'll look it up, and bok choy is exactly what my body needs at that time. When you look up what are the nutrients and benefits of bok choy, and you're like, dang, that's just what I'm trying to fix. So I think it's not so much smarts as it is soft listening, that kind of thing that we all do so well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, when you're in tune with your physical and your, emotional and your spirit bodies, you're walking in the light, right? It's just, you're in that flow, and and it's synchronicities, but it's also knowing and listening.
Yeah. I go
Yeah.
to observer where I used to be quite reactive. When I was younger, I was very reactive. Couldn't get out of my own way. But now I kind of like to go to observer mode if I'm not sure. You know,
Yeah.
let situations kind of. I don't need to jump in and fix things. You know, and
Yeah.
save people. I don't need to do that. Yeah. Not my job. Sorry, not my job. Not what I'm here to do.
Right? Yeah, I'm the same, Annie. I think part of that's being an empath,
Yeah.
but also, part of it's kind of losing for me, it was losing my voice from past trauma, and I
Mm,
couldn't tell people what I needed or
yeah.
what I didn't need, more importantly, so many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
So, but I was trying to heal everybody else at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
It took me a while to learn that one. I mean, you almost have to get tired. I
yeah,
did anyway. I did get really, really tired of my old way of doing it before. Like, okay, maybe I should do this a different way.
right? Yeah.
So aging is a gift. It really is. It really is. Sometimes it's not wisdom. I mean, you can tell young people whatever you want. Sometimes you're just tired. It's just
Yes.
what food is
Yeah.
medicine. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Food is medicine, right, Lori? Yeah.
I stopped eating sat fat in 2020, so
Oh,
I keep that very, very low, like 2 to 4 milligrams.
wow.
So
So you were normal for your age, right?
I love
Yeah.
that cover. Yeah.
Oh, Julie says, "Yes, totally lost mine for a
Oh,
while, including my singing voice." Julie, I
oh,
love this. I never thought about it that way. Wow.
oh, Julie's got to come on your show and tell us
Yeah,
more
Julie
about
has
this.
to. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I that's a big opening there, Julie. Thank you.
Wow. Yay.
Um, Rose Blue said, "I wish there was a natural medicine for ADHD. I know that certain foods that help, but until then, I take Satira, but it helps." Yeah, do what works for you, Rose. I mean, sometimes that's what we need is a chemical. I had a naturopath that our family went to, and somebody in our family had to have some medicine to get through the school day. And that's just the way it was. And he was like, listen, if this makes a huge difference in his life, then he should do it.
Heck yeah. My daughter in law, she takes something for that. And my grandson, one of my grandsons is autistic, and he takes medicine that helps him. And I see no harm in it. It helps him.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that needs to matter.
Yeah. Teresa Ford, this is a great thing to say. I had to learn what my boundaries were before I could teach them to others. Still working on it. Yeah, it's a daily process, isn't it?
I used to, when I was in my 30s, I would get so angry, and I would be like, why are people not honoring my boundaries? And an elder said, because you're not. You're the one that's supposed to be honoring your boundaries. So stop yelling at everybody, telling them to honor yours. You honor them first, and then others will follow. And it was really brought me up short. It was like a bucket of cold water, but I'm like, oh, you're absolutely right.
Who said that to you?
An elder did. An
Oh,
elder said, and he goes, it was like a bucket of water in my face, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. Because I was pointing my finger at everybody, and he's like, pointed at you. You're the one that needs to honor your boundaries. You're the one that needs to say no or
that's
make be
amazing.
unavailable. It blew my mind, and I'm like, wow. I mean, it really stuck with me. I'm like, okay, you're right. You're right.
I was in this was not this long ago, maybe a couple of years ago. I was in Linda G's group, and she was,
Oh wow.
where she gives out a card,
Oh
and she showed me the judgment card, and she goes, "Don't be so judgy." I was like, "Doggone it, you nailed it on the head."
yeah. Those kind of moments, right?
Yeah, I had just
Yeah.
talked to someone in my family, and I want the best for them, and I was like, well, maybe, and I hadn't said anything, but I was feeling like, oh, if you could just, think this way or do this, it would be so much easier for you. And I thought, I just need to love them exactly where they are right now. And
That's
that's a big
difficult.
lesson.
That is, yeah, that is.
Yeah.
I love you where you are. I hope you move soon. Just for your own self.
Oh, hypnicity. Funny. When I was young, I had a bumper sticker that said, "Why be normal?" And my CB handle was Mystic. Ooh, hypnicity.
Ooh, I like that.
You were on it.
I've ordered a bumper sticker. It should be getting here any day. My husband saw it when was it, Terry, last weekend? I remember telling you about it right away. But my husband saw this bumper sticker and it said, I don't have a religious bone in my entire body. But the bumper sticker says, if we don't sin, Jesus died for nothing. So I ordered it. One of those. And that was just hysterical.
That was the best bumper sticker ever. I just love
I
that.
like that. I like that. Why be
Yeah.
normal? I like that too. I really like that. You know, I had a daydream last night. I'm like, what if my channel gets bigger? And what if we have weekly gatherings there? How can I work it in so that everybody in my chat has a freak flag? Because I'm like, that's what I think I want my channel to have is everybody has a freak flag.
Oh.
And we wave it. We wave our freak flags wherever we go. Hey, Kevin.
Hey,
Hi.
Kevin. Good to see you.
I thought that'd be fun.
I love that because I think everybody should fly their freak flag for sure.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes us interesting.
Yeah. Oh, hypnicity. Your mom got laryngitis a lot. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And Kevin says lion's mane mushroom capsules help me with my ADD.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lion's mane is incredible. I was having it in my coffee and I ran out, Kevin. I need to get some more because I will pitter patter all day. Oh, Julie, you were a singing major. It's all connected. Sing, dance, speak, play, women's wisdom. Beautiful.
Yay.
Yeah.
Look forward to doing that with you.
Oh, and Stratira is a non-amphetamine. Okay. Thanks, Rose.
I hadn't heard of Stratira before.
Yeah, I've
There's
heard
a lot of
that.
things I haven't heard of. So.
Well, ditto.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Early on your path, you had a breakdown, a physical breakdown, worked as physical therapy and practiced a lot on your myofascial release. Oh, ended up with massive overuse syndromes in your upper body. Yeah. I've been working with a woman in Australia. Well, she's been on the channel. You've met her, Sharon Donnelly.
Yes.
No, Sharon Donnelly's
Sharon Donnelly. I think you mean Rachel?
No, Rachel Grant, but also Sharon, Shara, she lives in Australia and she's Irish. Anyway, she was on the channel.
Oh, I like her. She's a hoot and a half.
She is.
Her on again.
Yeah, I am going to have her on it again. And she has a shaking, and the shaking is really incredible. Really incredible. Yeah. Yeah. Annie Bear, did you feel our earthquake?
Oh, hypnicity. My husband did. I was in here dancing. I was dancing and telling Spirit that I'm open to this opportunity. I'm open to exploring more of my spirituality out loud and on purpose. So I didn't feel the earthquake because I was dancing. Did you feel it, hypnicity? Because you're like, what, 15 minutes away from me? Did you feel it?
I don't know. Let's see. Rose Blue says, I'm different. Never felt I belong like a square peg. It's been suggested I'm a starseed. Oh, yeah, Rose Blue. If you're
Welcome,
here, you're
Rose Blue.
a starseed.
Welcome to the room of weirdos and misfits. We are here for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is so different, isn't it? So speaking of, ascension and walking our path, what do you think, helps you the most, Annie?
Being in nature. And I've started to do the 100% divine white light within me every day. I go out to my cascara tree, and I was recently told by guides to make sure that I do the sage and sweetgrass before I begin writing, before I begin painting, before I begin doing things, to do that first. So I said, "Oh, you absolutely." So I think I'm just learning to listen in a softer way, and that's making the most difference. Just being open to it and trying to keep a childlike heart about it.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. I think, um, having that soft heart, that open heart is a ninja move or, Buddha move, Jesus move, whatever you wanna call it. But it is huge, isn't it?
You can safely do that when you're grounded. You can safely do that with the natural world, in a
Yeah.
way that you can't with people. So you can do that with plants. I mean, I'd start with plants. Like, one of the most amazing plants I think is mint, because the stems are square, and it's the only plant I know of that has square stems. Just little things like that just blow your mind. You're like, what is your story? You smell good, you taste good. What is this about? I mean, just anywhere where nature will meet you and shows, go, wow, because they miss us, the elementals and the plants and the trees, and they miss us. They miss us saying hello. They miss us noticing that they're a living part of this world. We're here to be stewards, not. So I mean, I don't want to be all deep and serious, but
No, it's beautiful. It makes me a little
but
teary.
well, nature will meet you where you are. So if you picked up a shell and said, "Oh, this makes my heart full," I kind of remember I was a priestess. Maybe I live by the water sometime. That's Earth reaching out to you. So it's not as some highfalutin hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Just have an open heart and be grounded. Say 100% divine white light only, and then just go out and wander and show an interest in things, and the Earth's ready to speak with you. And that girl, you are a star seed. That one girl, that one lady. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. Rose blue,
Rose Blue, I'm
definitely.
glad you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's such a huge thing for opening our sensuality. Um, and for a long time, I got sensuality and sexuality confused. I don't know
Me
why.
too.
With
Me
my
too.
ADD brain, right?
Patriarchy conditioning, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it really was, but, yeah, isn't Earth beautiful though? Teresa Ford says, yeah, 100%, and, going in nature and, like, looking at a blade of grass and seeing the color and smelling it and listening to it, or anything that we see in nature or anywhere, but really the more that we open up all our senses to them, the more we develop our intuition, because our intuition a lot of times is sensing things, and we can sense them in the physical, we can sense them in the spirit or consciousness, and we can sense them in the super consciousness also, and opening up that brain connection there, and then that spirit connection and conscious connection
Well,
is huge.
this time of year is the time on the reservation when we go to the longhouse. When the frogs sing in the fall, it's time to go within. It's time to bring out the drums. It's time to do the singing. In the winter, it'll be time to tell stories. This time of year, you'll get a lot of information in your dreaming. When you're outside in the early morning, and let's say it's foggy, and you look up, like Hypnicity will see this, she will notice, and you look up into the cedar and the fir trees, and you see nature's lace, I call them, all the spider webs, and they're gorgeous in the morning fogginess, and the dew will be on their strands, and they look like diamonds. And there will be, morning dew or raindrops on plants, on grass, on leaves, on bark. It's exquisite. I have a penchant for, I love taking photographs in mud puddles, and I can get really gorgeous pictures of reflections. And though doing that for a while, just try it for a couple weeks on your cell phone. It opens up your eye, and this time of year you're going to receive your knowings. You can ask to receive them in your dreaming and through your seeing, because that this is the time of year to go within. Start going within. If you don't have a drum, use your tummy. Use your tummy. Get meditations, and you can believe that you are exactly where you need to be all the time, and it's going to be all right. Just try to have fun. Try to have fun. Go to sleep with a question. Go just one little question and see what comes. Just give it a try, because we have to remember that we need to be moving in a way that is in alignment with Mother's cycle, with the nature cycles. So that way you're going with the river and not trying to swim up it. So, give it a try.
Oh,
Give it a try. Tell me what you think.
I love that.
Yeah.
Fatima started a channel too. We need to
I
go to
watched one.
that.
Yeah, I watched one at first. It was beautifully presented, and she's going to be making more. Yay!
I watched it too, Fatima. It was really nice. Just
What does
recent.
Fatima mean? Is Fatima like a name for Mother Mary? It seems familiar.
There's isn't there a Mary of Fatima? Um,
Oh, yay,
I can't
Jessry.
remember. I think it is. It is connected to Mary, I believe.
When I see her name come up, I always think about, it always pops into my mind about Mother Mary.
Our Lady of Fatima. Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
it is. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah,
Well, that's lovely.
yeah. It is so beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't it neat to see everybody coming forward with their gifts in all these different ways? It's so
Well,
exciting.
yeah, we have such an amazing group here.
Yay. Yeah.
Oh,
Great, Teresa.
Maria
Oh,
Fatima. Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Beautiful Fatima.
Wow.
Oh,
Woo.
that's
Yeah.
that's so beautiful. Oh, Rose Blue is adopted, and your mom's maternal side is Cherokee. Beautiful.
Oh, wonderful. So you found the mama for you, the one you needed. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you get to see flocks of turkey in the field across your porch, Jesry. That's beautiful.
Oh, those are the eagles of the South, sweetheart. Those are the eagles of the South, and they do
Oh,
giveaway.
I
Like,
didn't know that.
yeah, like when my husband and I got married, like so many native custom, we gave gifts to all our guests. We said, don't bring us any presents. We want to give, because we're so happy to be getting married. So we made everybody gifts of a shell, and I wrote a poem and wrapped it around a candle and put it
That's
together.
so
Gave it
beautiful.
to all our guests. So those are the eagles of the South, dear. They do giveaway.
That's
Giveaway is a really important medicine that I think a lot of Americans don't really. The value system is like upside down. It's upside down. And there's a book I can recommend. It's called Medicine Cards by Jamie Sams. It's the one deck of cards that I use. Medicine Cards by Jamie Sams. Bear and Company is the ones who produced it. And they have so much wonderful information in there. I may ask if I can read those aloud to see if I can. I want to make sure I'm doing things where I get the right permissions. For copyright protections, I want to honor those because I want
Oh,
mine honored. so,
yeah.
so I'll have to write them and ask them if it's okay if I could read some of that information out loud, because it's there for everyone.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
That's
just like mothers for everyone.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the winged ones bring us so much information,
yeah.
don't they? They carry the messages from heaven to earth.
I'm feeling my wing medicine. I don't really. Are anybody else feeling like your wings are heavy? Like they're kind of itchy? Like
Yeah.
we're growing a little bit? Yeah. Maybe we're molting. I don't know.
I don't know. I wore my Thunderbird today.
Oh,
So,
that's beautiful. I wore fanciness. I wore the earrings my son gave. He
oh,
got these for me. It's so such a pretty gift.
they're beautiful.
And my new blouse that I got from a very exclusive place called Costco.
I love Costco. Yeah. So, you were talking about giving. So giving is one of those things, when whatever you do, it raises your vibration. Like
Yeah.
if you're having anxiety, an anxiety attack, you can do a breathing technique. And the other thing that you can do is think about what you're grateful for.
Yeah.
And when you think about what makes you happy or what you're grateful for in your life, it changes your metabolism.
I
So,
believe that. I keep a happiness journal. I've been remiss lately. I need to get, but I was doing it every day. Do at least 3 different things every day that you're thankful for. And it does work to keep anxiety away.
yeah, Jezreel's head is tingling. Mine too.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, your wings did. And
yeah,
your walk, pray. That's
I'm feeling
beautiful.
that too, Teresa. I'm feeling that too.
Yeah.
But I just kind of stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lori had, when you were at the grocery store, you had to stretch your upper back. I always feel like they should have a down dog area at the grocery store, where you can just do a down dog and kind of stretch everything out, your back, your
But
shoulders, your
at the
arms.
grocery store?
I totally think they need a yoga section at the grocery store. Popped a
That would be
copy into
good.
your Amazon cart. Oh, nice. I'm gonna look
Oh,
for that
yay.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Well,
I've been
um,
reading that and referring to that for like 35 years. It's so wonderful. It really helps me. So,
oh,
yay. Yay.
I wrote it down.
Oh, yay.
I'm gonna look for those too. Well, we are over the hour now. Would you
Oh,
like
goodness.
to drum us out or rattle
Well, I checked my drum
or
and it's still not dry. So let's do
okay.
the 100% divine white light as we go out into the world. Let's do that together if you want to. So let's call on 100% divine white light within me. 100% divine white light around me to surround me in all directions. 100% divine white light through me so that I may share my gifts and inspire others to share theirs. Be safe, beauties. I love you. That's what Mother says. Thank you very much. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I really
And
appreciate it.
so beautiful. Teresa Ford asked, can you say the name of the book again, please?
Oh, sure. It's called Medicine Cards by Jamie Sams. It was produced by Bear and Company, and mine looks like this. Medicine Cards by Jamie Sams and David Carson.
David Carson. Okay. I'm
Yes.
writing that down.
And this is another book I'm asking for permission to read.
I love that. Um,
Yeah.
do you have anything coming up this week, Annie?
Not that I know of. I mean, not that I know of yet.
Okay. That's a good way to answer that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have Kevin, or I'm gonna be on Kevin's channel actually.
Ooh,
Um,
yay, when?
yeah, so at 3 o'clock today.
Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah.
So we will
So
meet you there.
yeah, please
Which
do.
Kevin?
Huh?
Which Kevin?
Kevin Chandler.
Okay. Is that Kevin Healing Vibrations?
Yes, that is Kevin Healing Vibrations. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
at 3 o'clock
that is
today.
correct.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And tomorrow, Gerald and Betsy and I are going to be doing some mediumship and we're going to stream that to all our channels. So if anybody wants
Oh,
a message or a personal reading today, and tomorrow messages from spirit. So,
Okay.
all right, everybody.
Well, thank you.
Oh, what an honor always. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Okay.
Bye.
Everybody have a delightful day. Bye-bye.
Thank